Hey everyone, Chrissy here for ThermOWeb, and today I'm going to show you how to make that card. So I am going to use some stamps from the Rabbit Hole Designs along with some of our toner paper and a couple other fun deco foil items. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to use this toner paper. So you don't have to do this, but if you have like lotion or anything on your fingers, you might want to go ahead and use like a chalk pouch to kind of clean off that paper, because if not, the foil might not adhere. So then after I did that, I put it in parchment paper with this foil. This is the Brutus Monroe orange sketch deco foil, and the toner sheet was called Carve. That was also Brutus Monroe, and I just put it through my laminator. See, I peeled off the foil. Perfect. The next thing that I wanted to do was go ahead and I stamped this cute stamp set. It's called Pumpkin French, and it's from Rabbit Hole Designs. And I stamped it on watercolor cardstock. I did heat emboss it with some clear powder off camera. I tend to do that even when I use inks that aren't supposed to bleed with water, only because when I do watercolor, I mean, there's a lot of water that goes on there. So instead of having to like redo it at the last minute after I'm almost done coloring, I just protect my ink just to be safe. So you can see here I am doing some loose watercoloring. I'm using some watercolor markers along with a water brush, but if you just have regular watercolors, that will totally work. And I'm sticking to very few colors. This stamp is really cute and it's very like sketchy and loose, so I wanted to watercolor and kind of have it the same way. So I did not make anything exact. You can see the areas that I want as the highlights, I actually don't even add any color in. So I just kind of go on the top and bottom because I decided my light source was going to be coming from the front. So I can just do the top and bottom of both of the pumpkins, and that's it. So I just used a couple oranges, a couple of browns. That's really it. I didn't use many colors at all. So then afterwards, I trimmed out both of my little pumpkins. And there were a few times in there that I did kind of wait for something to dry. If you don't want to wait, you can always use a heat gun to kind of speed it along. And then I decided that I wanted to make it a little bit orangier, and I wanted to add a little bit of glimmer. So I used a sparkle marker. I love using sparkle markers along with my foil because I feel like I kind of get like double the sparkle and double the shine. And this just kind of made it pop a little bit more. The watercolors were very soft and subtle, where this gave a little bit more color in there. So then I decided to start assembling my card. So I am using, for my pattern paper, it's a Simple Stories Say Cheese Halloween. It's from one of their collections. So I knew that I wanted a couple different pattern papers in there, but everything felt a little bit too like bright and harsh, just because this is Halloween. It's supposed to be, you know, like a little darker and fallish and autumny and everything. So I used some Gina charcoal brown ink along the edges of everything. So I did it for that, the Brutus Monroe carved toner sheet that we put the foil on. I did it for my pattern paper, and then I assembled everything. So everything kind of has like this darker, more subtle feel to it. And you can see I didn't use ink over everything. I just did it on the edges so I didn't have to waste my ink. Then I started assembling with some foam squares. So for the layers of my card, I did foam squares, and then I just used my regular XL runner for the rest of it. And I added that sentiment on. I just stamped that off camera. It says, if friends were pumpkin, I pick you. And this is another card that I made off camera too. You can see in my blog post, also using some Rabbit Hole designs. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and have a great day.